OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Definitely need to know about it. This happened. Well, I'm pretty sure it happened about 24 hours ago, but it was just released about 13 hours ago. But basically, the appeals court blocked the Trump administration effort to end birthright citizenship. I'm pretty sure half of the country is happy with that, and I'm pretty sure the other half is unhappy. I'm thinking that might be the numbers. I think it might be close to half just based on the election. I'm just assuming. But let's get into it because it actually breaks it down a little bit. So because some people are confused and doesn't have the full understanding of the birthright citizenship and what was actually taking place. But let's see what happened and let's just read it. A federal appeals court ruled Wednesday that the Trump administration cannot move forward with its attempt to end birthright citizenship for certain children of immigrants, setting the stage for a potential Supreme Court battle. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a lower court's decision blocking an executive order signed by former President Donald Trump that sought to deny U.S. citizenship to children born in the country whose parents are neither citizens nor lawful permanent residents. In its ruling, the three-judge panel found the order unconstitutional, stating it directly contradicts the 14th Amendment Citizenship Clause, which has long guaranteed birthright citizenship. The executive order is inconsistent with more than a century of Supreme Court precedent and the plain text of the Constitution, the court wrote in its opinion. The government has not demonstrated a compelling legal basis to override these long-standing principles. The ruling deals a legal blow to the Trump administration's argument that birthright citizenship encourages unauthorized immigration. The administration contends that immigrants take advantage of the policy to secure legal status for their children. What say you, sir? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean,
seriously,
if that was something that was in place a long time ago, you know, you're trying to dismantle the Constitution, basically. I mean, it naturally born here, yeah, you should naturally have they should naturally have a right to be here.
Now, this
unfortunately, I mean, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask a blatant, point out specific question because I'm asking myself this at the same time that I'm asking you for real. Two parents came from Mexico illegally. They had a child here in the United States. Do you feel that it's right that child is now a United States citizen, even though the parents were not? They did it illegally. It's just a question. I'm asking myself this as well, but I want you to go first to put you on the spot a little bit, but not for real. What are your thoughts on that? Because that's the way it stands as of right now.
Right.
As of right now, to just actually say it, take the emotion out of it. I'm being real, taking the emotion out of it. Because this here is a great discussion. I never really, to be honest with you, you can call me naive. I never really tripped off of it because it didn't affect me, being honest. But now that I'm honestly sitting here and we're having the conversation, just on its surface, if I am reading this correctly in the 14th Amendment, if this what it says, you could have two illegal immigrants. Illegal being the term, most important word out of that phrase. Two illegal immigrants come to the United States, have a child, and that child is now legal, correct?
Correct.
Do you think that's right? Because me just saying it right now, it don't sound right. It's just me saying it right now. Maybe I'm just being honest, just thinking, just not even thinking about it, but just hearing it on the surface.
Okay. So
Okay, so talk
if,
to me. Push it back to me, because I don't know. Talk to me.
so if you were born in America, wouldn't that make you an American?
Most definitely. If you was born in America, yeah. I okay. Got you. Yes.
Just because your parents were born in Mexico.
See that, but that's okay. I got you. Go ahead.
Parents born in Mexico, so they would be considered Mexican.
Right.
But if you're born in America, even though you have Mexican descent, but you were born here on this land, part of the land, you would still be considered an American, regardless of your parents being born in another country. You were born in this country. Where were you naturally born at? America. So that would naturally make you an American.
I got you. I mean, I trust me. I get that. I get that frame of thinking. I'm just honestly pushing back. I know people are going to look at this and be like, "Oh, you Otis, you tripping, bruh."
I mean, look at the
But I'm just
Russian women do it. Russians do it too.
No, I'm not. It's again. Let's keep it relaxed, calm down. Let's reel it back in. It doesn't matter what nationality.
Okay.
Let's keep it on the Mexicans, but it doesn't matter. My point was, it could be two illegal immigrants from wherever. It doesn't matter where they're from. In my mind, I'm just visualizing it on its surface. Two illegal people, male and female, came here illegally for whatever reason, and they had a child in this free country. Does that make that child an American? Since he was born here, not tripping off the relations of the parents, how they derived here.
Right.
Wow. I guess that's the same question if I rationalize it as this, because people think I'm tripping, and maybe it is the weed. If you have two parents and they are both criminals, when they have a child, does that make the child a criminal? Of course not.
Exactly.
Of course not. The child is innocent. I got you. So I get that. You like, well, how do you tie that into what you just said, Otis? I just like to correlate things a little differently.
I mean, and honestly, it's other countries. It's people from other countries that'll actually get a visa just to come here to have a child here. That way, that child can have dual citizenship.
But they're legal though. But the dual leadership. I mean, my fault. The dual citizenship out the gate, you would have to already be a legal citizen in the first place from somewhere else. So you can't use that. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I don't. The dual citizenship is fine because that's a legal situation. We're talking about an illegal immigrant.
Okay.
Illegal immigrant coming from whoever, coming over here, but having a child just to make that child legal.
Right. Some people still come over here illegally from other countries other than Mexico.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That don't make it right. I don't care where they're from. To me, I don't think that's right.
But wherever the boat was docked, wherever the boat was docked at, that's its port.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but you're not fighting back on my argument. You still not addressing what I'm saying.
Regardless of
what I'm saying. Okay. Let's go back and forth about, even though it might be trivial. I'm just saying again, two illegal people having a child in a free country where the people who's having a child can easily be deported at any given time. At any given time. Mm-hmm. But the child is going to stay here. But at any given time, like it's going on right now, the parents could be deported. Mm-hmm. My question is, why should that be even illegal? I mean, legal in the first place. And I think that's what President Trump is trying to push back on and get this into effect, because I'm just being real. On the surface, I kind of agree. It might seem harsh. It might. But on the surface, it's just crazy to me. That's all. Now, we can address that. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from Honduras. I don't care where you're from. But the dual citizenship, there's a touch base back on that, and feel free to push back on it, but just make sure you address it. Let me say this real quick. The dual citizenship, that part is fine. But in order to get the dual citizenship, like I said, you have to be a citizen first and foremost in the first place somewhere, which means you already legal. So to me, that definitely defeats your argument. But what say you?
Okay, so if you were born here, legal, if you were born here, regardless of your parents being illegal, your birth was legally done here. The birth of the child was legally done here. It wasn't done, so now that child is going to have to go to wherever the parents came from. Now you got to get citizenship for that child to be there.
Okay.
Because they weren't born in that country. Regardless of the parents being born in that country, sending the child back to that country does not make that child a citizen of that country. Because it was not born.
Oh, so okay. So you mean to tell me, okay, I'm glad you brought this up. So you mean to tell me, I don't know this. First of all, let me address. Hold on, give me time out. Let me address what my YouTube friend Natasha said. Why are you two dressed like you're Canadian? It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And do you see? Listen. Shout out to you. I like that. But check this out. Do you see? Matter of fact, let me make this bigger. Maybe that's probably why. Look at the bottom right-hand corner. It is 12 degrees here in St. Louis, Missouri. That's why I have this on. What's up with you, Tasha? I mean, my fault. Yeah, Natasha Vincent, what's going on with you? Thank you for tuning in. Check this out. Like I said, so you're trying to tell me, and I could be wrong, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. We're having a conversation. Because you just brought up a whole nother dynamic. 2 illegal aliens come to the United States. They have a child. That child is now a United States citizen. You just said now they can go back to Mexico because let's say they came from Mexico. Now they saying, or are you saying that they are not a citizen of Mexico?
The child is.
The child is not?
No.
Okay, why I never thought about that. Call me naive. That's just okay. So, okay. So now that they are born in the United States, they are a citizen of the United States, and they could easily, since they are a citizen of the United States, walk across the border, do what they have to do to get their dual citizenship, and then come on back. So basically, 2 illegal aliens came over here, taking a chance on the American dream, had a child. Now that child is an American.
That child is.
Hold on, let me finish. Then go back over to their parents' homeland legally, even though their parents came over here illegally to get their dual citizenship. Wow. Now, with all that being said, the way I said it, without putting no emotion in there at all, I try my best to keep the emotion out. Wouldn't you say that sounds like a loophole in the United States Constitution?
It's a loophole.
Okay.
Regardless.
Okay, whoa. So let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Since it's a loophole, because it's not a got you. Since it's a loophole, wouldn't you necessarily not agree, but understand that a president might want to fix that loophole? Because on the surface, it does sound like, damn, whoa.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So that means you would be taking people that come here on a visa that want to have a child born in America to make them an American. They wouldn't be able to do that.
Explain.
Even though they're coming in here legally, even though they're legally coming here
with their visa. With their visa.
Right.
Okay. That might be another loophole. So they come here legally.
That's a loophole there.
Okay, hear me out. Let's visualize this. So an illegal alien is here legally. My fault, we can't say an illegal alien. and an immigrant is here on a green card, which means it's a temporary card.
Yeah,
A visa,
temporary.
whatever the name is. I don't know it.
They're here on a temporary visa. That means they're here for a certain amount. They're here for 30 days or, you know.
Got you. I got you. Whatever the time requirement is.
Right.
So the loophole in that would be, which is crazy to say because we're just talking about it. We're having a conversation. On that visa, you are legally here for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So in 30 days, go have sex. She gets pregnant. Now your child, no, hold me out. Now that child that can potentially was going to be born is now legal, but that's the loophole because he or she was here legally on the visa. Yes or no?
No.
No, what you mean? No. This not
the way you
that
just worded
happen?
it. No.
It can't happen like that.
The way that you just worded that was wrong.
Oh, okay, my fault. But use that same scenario and word it for me.
Okay.
But use that same scenario.
Okay. Scenario.
Okay.
Two people, a couple, they have the woman is pregnant with the child.
Okay, where is these couples from? Are they legal?
They here from Russia on a visa.
On the visa, okay.
On
the
a
male.
visa.
Okay, the man
So that means that
and the woman.
after 30 days, they're not considered legally here. They're
I'm
not
with
considered to be here legally.
I'm with you. Okay.
So
talk to me.
But if they come here and the woman's already pregnant and she has a child here.
Is she already pregnant?
She's already pregnant. The woman, even coming from another country, the woman can already be pregnant coming from Mexico.
Okay.
And come here illegally. But if she goes into labor and goes into a hospital.
Keep it legal. Don't add the illegal to it. Don't add to it. Okay. Because we want to build on that.
Regardless, if they come here to have a child, if they come here and they go into labor here while they're here and the child is born here, that document is United States property. So that would mean that the child being born here was docked here in the United States. That would make that child a citizen naturally because they were naturally born here, regardless of them being the mother being pregnant from another country and got pregnant in another country. Once they were delivered here, which is a delivery.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
That means that
is that a loophole? Because I get the trust me, I get the concept.
Yeah,
I'm not pushing back on that at all.
It's a loophole either way.
So that's what I'm saying. You're proving you're proving my point.
Whether you're legal or illegal.
Yes.
But what makes it concrete is the document. Where was the doc? You meant docked.
I get that. Trust me, I get all that. Don't get out. Listen, you already know. I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get you to stop. Anybody trying to get all that damn deep? I get so. Come on,
but
man.
Anyway, but
I get your point.
Natural. If you were naturally born here, whether the parents came here legally or illegally, the natural order of things is that you were born on this land. The land is what you were born.
I get that. I trust me. That's not the argument. That I mean, I guess it is the argument.
So you're trying to stop. You're trying to say that even though they were born here, but the parents are not from here, they can't be from here. But
to me, it just doesn't seem right that if the parents are illegal immigrants and they have a child here in the United States, which I do get. I get the positives. It's just crazy to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. It is what it is.
Take a time out.
You know. What's up?
Gotta make a run.
Go ahead, go.
But stick with it. But yeah.
All right, bye. All right, you ain't gotta hell. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't. It's just my frame of thinking. I'm just opposing and asking the question. I really, really don't have a dog in the fight for real. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't. I'm just honestly here just thinking about it. Maybe it don't make sense, but it is what it is. I move on, and I ain't even lit this yet, but it's just a question. Of course, I know it's legal now. I'm just trying to get a full understanding. As if you just say it out loud, and I say it one more time, I know it sounds harsh to some, it might, but just listening to it, two illegal immigrants come from wherever, let's just say Mexico, and they have a child here in the United States, and that child is automatically a United States citizen, but the parents are still illegal immigrants. I know this has been going on. This is part of the Constitution, but I don't think they intended it for that part the way I just said it. That's crazy to me, the way I'm just thinking about it. It is what it is. That's just me. I don't know. I don't think I'm the only one. Maybe people never even thought about it because it really doesn't affect a lot of individuals like that. I'm pretty sure it's affecting individuals, but on the masses, shit, you're born here, you're born here. But on that situation, yes, I know about the stories, the horror stories. Men and women coming here, marrying a U.S. citizen. I get that. But two illegals come in here and then have a child. Wow. I don't know. I'm just having a conversation. This is part of my ranting. Some stuff just, that's why, I could, yeah. So I get why, even though you don't want to admit it, or you might not like it, and that's your prerogative, I could understand why Donald Trump is doing that, trying to get that done. But as you can see, it's not going anywhere. And I can understand why. I really, really, really do. Because when you deal with an individual like Donald Trump, he doesn't set any guidelines. I don't believe he doesn't have the time, nor does he want to sit there and look at the nuances. Me, I can honestly say there are nuances to the situation. Every situation is different. He doesn't see the nuances. He just sees it as black and white, cut, boom. So on its surface, it sounds harsh, and I can honestly admit that. I can. But I can see why. I really can. I can see why he's doing what he's attempting to do. But you can't just make it a blanket situation. Individuals who was already in line, trying to do it the right way, and the programs were cut off, I don't think that was the right thing to do. Do I believe in his overarching, overall premise? Yes, I do. But to micromanage it, no. There are some, again, there are some programs and situations and people, innocent people that are getting affected. But unfortunately, that's just, and it's going to sound cruel, what I'm saying, but unfortunately, that's just the way it is. You have to weigh, the pros got to outweigh the cons. And yes, the cons do involve real people. It does. But that's just the way it is. You know how this is a democracy, even though it's really a republic, but that's another situation. I'm not finna go there. That's too deep. But we're operating under so-called democracy, which means the majority rules. So unfortunately, it is what it is. And that's the way it is because that's how it is. Damn, was that a boy? Because that's what we opted for. It is. That's definitely what we opted for, you know. But anyway, that's their story. I want
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.